So, in case you didn't know, there is currently a Tory leadership election ongoing. But you might not know because nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. There are a number of candidates. Obviously, Tousi TV will be covering some of it. They're all saying the same thing. They'll all suddenly become right-wing. But Priti Patel is supposed to be technically the only conservative-leaning one, the more traditional one, right? She is not having the best time, let's just say, because people are now bringing out all the stuff, including her role as Home Secretary at the time. She didn't really do a good job. In fact, she pushed for more migration. She wasn't even trying to stop it. At least Suella Braverman said that she was trying to stop it, but it didn't really work because she clashed with the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. Priti Patel was being interviewed by Christopher Hope on his podcast. I'm going to show you a clip from it because she refused to apologise for pushing for more mass migration because she said, no, I still want more. You know, as long as we get all the talented people, the skillful people, she doesn't really want to put a number on it. So anybody talented, anybody who would basically come and pay taxes, it's okay because economic growth should be a priority over the harmony in society and the nation state. Let's go to this.
So you don't want to, the people of Hong Kong.
Net migration has gone to 2 million over 4 years. You don't want to say that was too much. I mean, many would say it is too much.
But you can put context to it. And I think it's too lazy, if I may say so. I think it's really quite sloppy just to go around, you know, the merry-go-round on this, in the sense that students, we shut down. Don't forget, during the pandemic, our borders were effectively closed. There was no travel. What about all those international students? They came in after the pandemic. Are we saying that they should not have come into the country? So
brought their families there, didn't they, on your watch?
So the system, no, actually, no.
No?
You have to, again, which students brought their families? Look at the categories and the criteria. I do think, you know, put the facts and the context around this. And one final point to make, points-based system, the brightest and the best. I was the one that put a skills criteria to it. You don't come to our country through the points-based system unless you're sponsored, unless you're paying thousands of pounds for your visa, the immigration health surcharge, and you're sponsored.
So priority is the GDP boost. That's all it is. Nothing to do with the actual unity in any culture and in society. Obviously, as I always say, if you take a bunch of very talented scientists and doctors from Germany and Sweden and send them all to Japan, oh yeah, they'll be contributing to the GDP boost in Japan. But will Japan still be Japan? Of course not. If you do it in a mass migration method way. Now that's one thing. Now she's doing gaslighting. Saying, well, yeah, well, students, they're not bringing their relatives. Yeah, they are. Oh yeah, but some of them, depends on where they're from. Like, that's irrelevant. Secondly, people say at least Priti Patel is the traditional candidate. She's the only proper traditional Tory. Wow, they've all been doing this Tory Central Office campaign video, Q&A. Very cringy, really weird. Let's see what Priti Patel said when she was asked whether she prefers tradition or progress.
Progress or tradition?
Progress.
Optimist or realist?
I'm a practical person and a realist.
That latter one, that's basically, I'm a pessimist. It's basically a very David Cameron type of language between those who are optimistic and ideological, and David Cameron, those guys were going around saying, well, no, we are pragmatic. We are practical and pragmatic. There's no such thing. Basically, pragmatic was the secret wording for saying, I'm a statist. I believe in big government. And they literally admit, no, I'm not really an optimist. I'm just going to be a realist. In politics, that's pragmatic, and that basically means cautious, no real change, no radicalism, no reform. These are the Tory candidates.